Hi everyone, it's Kim and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be doing the reading habits tag. This was created by Ariel Bissett, I think last year or the year before, and I recently saw Carrie Hope Fletcher do it on her channel, and so I was like, I'm gonna jump on and do this reading habits tag because it's just fun to know how people read and like what their like reading kind of routine is. So let's just jump in. There's 11 questions, so definitely a short tag, and I'm really excited. So let's get going with question number 1. So question number 1 is, do you have a certain place at home for reading? And while I'd say technically my library / office does have a really nice chair, I don't actually read in here that often. So I'm going to want to say that probably my favorite place to read is actually outside when it's nice out. I like to just sit by the pool and watch my dog play, and we have some chickens and they run around, and it's a fun time to read out there and just like relax outside and soak up the sun and read a good book. Question number 2 is bookmark or random piece of paper? Both. I have tons of bookmarks that I've gotten much better at using. I used to not use bookmarks at all when I was younger. I just like would close the book and just miraculously know where I was, which is just really odd to me now. But yeah, so I do have a lot of bookmarks and I try my best to use them now, but the last book I read, I used a piece of paper towel as a bookmark. So it's really either or. Question 3 is, can you just stop reading, or do you have to stop at a chapter or a certain number of pages? I have to, for the most part, finish a chapter. Sometimes if I get really tired or the phone rings or something happens and I just have to like put a bookmark in real quick, then it doesn't necessarily matter, but I tend to try to stop after I finish a chapter because I don't know, why would you stop in the middle of one? Like, it's just, I don't know. End of the chapter, for sure. Question number 4 is, do you eat or drink while reading? Definitely drink. I usually have a cup of coffee, water, tea, some sort of beverage, or more than one beverage to drink while I'm reading. As for eating, not so much. I might have maybe some candy. Something that's not messy, because I one time was reading out on my porch and I was eating a salad at the same time, and then my brain malfunctioned and I tried to use the book, like, here's the book, my mug's the book, and here's like the fake fork that's in my hand, and I went like this and I felt horrible. Like, why was I using my book to like not drop my food? So yeah, I don't tend to eat as much like meal type food while I'm reading. Snacks like candy, perfect. Question number 5 is multitasking music or TV while reading. For me, I don't mind if other people are watching something. Like, it kind of annoys me, but personally for me, I would prefer to just read in silence. Or if I do have anything playing, it's kind of like a background noise, I like to use the website Ambient Mixer. I read Fable while listening to like ship noises, like a pirate ship kind of sound, and that was like really fun and really cool. So those kinds of noise, that kind of noise, I'm perfectly okay with, but I probably wouldn't listen to any kind of music or TV where like the words are gonna get jumbled, and nope, not for me. Question number 6 is, one book at a time or several at once? I can go back and forth. For the most part, I just enjoy reading one book at a time and focusing on that book. If I do read a second book, it'll have to be completely different than the one I'm currently reading. So say I'm reading a fantasy, I need to be either reading a contemporary or maybe even reading a nonfiction, because then there's no chance of being confused. I could never, some people read more than like one fantasy at the same time, and I could never keep track of that. It would just, my brain would implode, maybe also explode, all of the above. Like, I don't think my brain could handle it, to be honest. So it's safe to say probably just one book at a time. Question number 7 is, reading at home or everywhere? Everywhere. Like, I'll read, I mean, I listen to audiobooks in the car, I read at home, I will read at Starbucks, I will read on like a trip, like if I'm on public transport somewhere. So yeah, everywhere. I have a book with me pretty much in some capacity at all times. Number 8 is reading out loud or silently in your head. The only time I really read out loud is if I'm reading like a play or I'm reading something that or like has an accent to it and I'm basically just reading it out loud for my own entertainment in the accent or trying to. But I don't do it for like the whole book. I'll do it for a couple lines and then I go back to reading silently in my head. So silently in my head pretty much. Like I don't read out loud. Question 9, do you read ahead or skip pages? I feel like this question was meant for me. I have a terrible habit of letting my eyes drift, and they start drifting to the next page, and then drifting to, and then my fingers start to drift and turn pages, and it's so bad. And then I have to like be like, no, do not, get back to where you were, read every line. So yeah, I tend to have some little drift reading problems, but I try my best to stay where I'm meant to be. But man, sometimes you gotta know if a character's gonna survive or if you need to prepare yourself, and sometimes you just gotta know. So there are exceptions. Okay, so question number 10 is breaking the spine or keep it like new. I don't intentionally break the spine of a book, but I don't like barely hold the book open and like read it and try to like not enjoy and not break it, you know? I feel like trying to like keep the book like new, I'm not going to enjoy it as much. I just want to read the book. I want to enjoy it. Like if my books look a little messy on their spines on my shelves, it just means they're really loved and well read. So I feel like damage that I personally do while I'm enjoying a book and reading it, like some like creases in the spine, it just shows how much you loved that book and you may have taken it everywhere with you. So I'm all for damage over time, if that makes any sense. And finally, question 11 is, do you write in your books? No, I don't think I do. I don't have any books really. I have tabs. I tried to do the tabs for a little bit to kind of annotate that way. I just don't think I'm like an annotator. I'll take notes in like my notes app on my phone, but I won't really write in my books. The only books I have that have writing in them are school books from like, you know, class where I'm highlighting a theme, or like my To Kill a Mockingbird definitely has handwriting in it, has underlined words, probably some highlighter. But other than that, no, I do not write in my books. So that is it for the book habits tag. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Definitely hit that like button and hit subscribe for more of my content. I've been really enjoying getting back to making videos, so anyone coming to visit this channel, thank you. I'm so happy to have you here. And yeah, so if you enjoyed this tag and you haven't done it yet, feel free, go for it. You are tagged, and I will see you all in the very next video. Bye!